You are no longer a slave, but God's child. And since you are his child, God has also made you an heir. So these are words from the Apostle Paul writing to the churches of Galatia. And he's trying to persuade them to stop doing a whole bunch of things that they think they need to do to make themselves the true children of God. And Paul's larger argument in the letter as a whole is that God has, through the life and the death and the resurrection of Jesus and the gift of the Spirit, he's liberated his people from slavery, he's made them his children, and he's lined them up for a future inheritance. So I hope you're hearing echoes of the Exodus story here, where Paul's retelling the story of the Galatians as just like the Israelites were liberated from enslavement to Pharaoh, they were freed out of slavery and on their way into their inheritance in the promised land. Except Paul wants them to see that the one enslaving them this time is not just another human king, but it's the power of death itself. And that the future inheritance they have lined up for them, guaranteed, is eternal life and the hope of the new creation. So just try and imagine with me what it would be like if you were to get a letter tomorrow informing you that there's this surprise family inheritance, you're going to get it soon, and it's going to set you up for the rest of your life and for the life to come. And just try and imagine how that would change how you think about every person in your life and the interactions that you have with them. Try and imagine the kind of peace that you would experience knowing that your future is secure, or the generosity that you could then live with, knowing that you have all the resources available to you that you could ever want. And that's the kind of mindset that Paul is inviting the Galatians to adopt, but also for us to adopt as well. This is also another great example of how Paul and all of the biblical authors are constantly using the imagery and language of the Exodus story in their writings so that God's people can see themselves in the larger Exodus story of all of the cosmic reality.